Do you still think America is great? I'm talking to you on the other side of this phone. You work every single day, overtime, maybe 2 or 3 jobs sometimes, just to pay your living expenses and do nothing else. You can't save for retirement. You can't buy a home because it's too expensive. So pretty much you're living in a country where you're going to work your entire life. Is that a great place to be? And check this out. Even if you did buy a home, if they keep raising the property taxes on that home, you will soon have a property tax that's going to cost you, even if your house is paid off, maybe $1,000 to $1,200 a month. So you never ever really own that house. You get taxed on money that was already taxed, and then somebody else gets that money and they get taxed on that money that was already taxed. And the cycle continues. How do you build wealth in a country where the corporations and the companies raise their prices up and call it inflation, right? And then come across the news and say inflation is only 8%? Really? Inflation's not 8%. Your rent has went up 40%. Your food, if you go into the grocery store, has went up 40%. Cars are up almost 35 to 40%. Inflation is 8%? Where? Now, I'm not saying that any other country is not in the same situation as America. But there are places around the world where you can buy a home for $30,000, own that home fully furnished, and have no taxes on it. And in that same home, you can have maid service, a cook, a nanny, and they has a headquarters for all of those people that is going to help you out. And guess how much it costs to have them? $10 to $15 a month. So in otherwise, I'm saying you can live like a rich person in other countries for about $800 to $1,000. What are we doing here, guys? If this continues, your goal should be to find a way to make money online, buy you a home somewhere else that has good health care, beautiful home, good food, where you want to be, and get the heck out of here. That's what I'm thinking. Because you're never going to retire here. You got to go.
$14.3 million. If you're not familiar with what that number is, that is the amount of money in this proposed aid package to Israel that the House of Representatives is trying to pass right now. That's great and all. I'm all here to support our allies, but, I'm fucking poor, dude. I can't afford to pay my own bills, let alone pay for somebody else's bills. My rent went up to $1,200, okay? I live in a small house, 2-bedroom, maybe 1,000 square footage. It was $750 3 years ago, okay? I'm paying $1,200 on that shit. I can barely afford to feed my family. I'm living in a constant state of stress and depression, and I'm on the fucking verge of mental breakdown. All the time. Because what the fuck are we gonna do? Okay? They're like, prepare, and go get, all of your supplies, stock up on goods. Get water, get potassium iodine tablets, go get extra clothes, have stuff prepared so that when the world goes to shit, you're okay. You can hunker down in your house for 2 weeks. Are you kidding me? I can't even afford to pay groceries for a week. You fucking think that I am able to go get all this shit to save my life, save my kids' life? All of our taxes has gone to building the elites their beautiful bunker out in Denver that they're all crawling into like cockroaches right now, while the rest of us are out here just left to die. And guess what? We don't even know what the fuck is happening because there's so much censorship right now in social media posts and media outlets. We have no idea what's going on. They're not going to fucking tell us what's going on. We are literally just sitting ducks in this hellhole of a world that our politicians have created. There's nothing that we can do right except just to sit here and pray and hope to God that we make it through this apocalyptic event or whatever it is that's going to happen. Like, I don't know if you know this, but our government is so corrupt. We have to spend more money here to live, to survive, to get our groceries, to feed our babies, to keep our lights on. And they're giving free money, healthcare, checks. Do you know that every immigrant that registers and that's in one of the now 81 hotels specifically for illegal immigrants in New York right now, do you know that they're getting a monthly check from the government? That's fucking great. Where's mine? I had no money. Gas is crazy, food is crazy, and the inflation just keeps going up. And you guys just keep wanting our tax money so that we can just send it overseas. You're not helping us here. You're killing us. And you know what? I don't know why, since we know all of this shit that's happening, it's being uncovered little by little by little. I don't understand why we don't just stand up and fucking do something. Student loans? Not paying them. Fuck it. Claiming exempt on my taxes, on my federal taxes? You betcha. What are they going to fucking do if we all just stop paying taxes? You know, our government can't even afford to pay our own debts. Why are we sending ungodly amounts of money everywhere else? I'm worried about right here, which is the one thing that our government fails to do on a daily basis. They forget about us. They don't give a shit about us. We have veterans that have fought for this country over and over and over for years who are starving, injured, have no health care, have no home. They're just sitting on the side of the streets. What kind of country does that? All I'm saying is I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of being scared for my kids. I'm tired of being scared for my family and my home. I am tired. I am fucking tired. And sometimes all I want to do is fucking scream! Because I can't fucking take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I'm done. I'm fucking done with this shit. Just bomb us and be done with it so I can go home.
So I just had a guy tell me that the economy is booming and that the only reason people are struggling is because they're not working hard enough. Yep, so for all of us struggling, we're just not working hard enough. Does this guy realize that today there are people who are making $30,000 to $50,000 more a year than they were making 3 to 5 years ago, but they are struggling more today than 3 to 5 years ago? Has this guy walked through a grocery store? Has he seen the price of chips? Has he seen the price of cereal? Has he seen the prices of anything? Does he realize that we have elderly who, in order to put food on the table, are having to go work at Walmart even though they're 80 years old? Does he realize that people who are in their 30s and 40s, who do have a job, who do have a good career, have moved back in with their parents because they can't afford the price of rent and they can't buy a home right now because the interest rates are so high and the prices of homes are still high? And then you add on property taxes, and then you add on home insurance. People can't afford that. And it's not as simple as go get a better job, go get a second job. It's not that simple. Telling a mom like me to go get a second job when I'm already working a full-time career and I already have a 2-hour commute every day, I don't have time for that. Okay, so what? I go get a second job and now I'm never with my children? How is that worth it? Oh, and now I have to go pay more daycare expenses? How is that worth it? Okay, we have a lot of people in this country, in this world, struggling, and the answer is not to bury your head in the sand and act like nothing's going on. Do not tell me the economy is booming. The economy is not booming when people are struggling the way they are. And when I mean people that have good jobs, who have good degrees, who have 2 incomes coming in their house, and the family is still struggling. That's not a booming economy.